Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Nirmanon. I'll be making you a Call of Duty Black Ops 2 video for you guys today, and as the title would suggest, I'm going to be talking about my place of origin, my place that I'm currently working, and more or less the information that I am choosing to let you guys listen on to, because of course I can't give you guys like where I work and the name of it, stuff like that, but I can give you guys the position because, well, there's billions of places that have this kind of exact same construction, and more or less nothing too special about it. But anyway, guys, throughout the commentary, I'm going to do my best to make it as entertaining as I can, but, you know, you can only talk so much about work in the highest regard before all the negative stuff comes out, so we will, we'll press onward from that standpoint. So, anyway, my position that I currently do is in the finishing department, which I'm pretty good at. I think I have a lot of experience in that, and as you guys would suggest, I would have to say that, you know, there's two positions. You have feeding and packing, and both of them have their pros and cons, definitely. But I think any workplace in the United States or outside of the United States, you know, over the pond or anything of the equivalency, is kind of the same. Like, nobody wants to go to work, but we all go to work because we pay the bills. You know, I may only be 19, but I still gotta pay bills. I mean, I pay quite a bit in gas money to get to work. I have to drive 45 minutes there and back every day to get just to work. And then I get there early because, you know, it's pretty hard to adjust how slippery the roads will be, the conditions, whatever, the traffic, stuff like that. Because I do go into a slightly bigger city than currently where I'm at, and that's just kind of how it works out. But the routes are not usually too bad. We just see a lot of truckers and shit like that, which, you know, props to those guys, because I could not imagine driving that many hours a day. I'd be exhausted. But anyway, how do I digress into this? Well, there's a lot of positions at the facility that I currently work in, and my job mainly is to put boxes inside of boxes, as I've told you guys this many times. But there are many positions of this place. There's balers, there's die cutters, there's, you know, the finishing department, which also has other things that I don't exactly always do. You know, you have the maintenance people. I mean, more or less you have the balers as well, which I think I almost said that already. But, you know, more or less, guys, there's a lot of positions, and there's even more that I don't even know about. That's how much I don't know about this place. And I've been there for 5 months now, which is pretty crazy. Or 5 months I went full-time, which, oh man, I promise you guys, it's definitely no fun at all. But, you know, is work supposed to be fun? No, if there's not very many jobs out there that are actually fun. I mean, jobs where you wake up and you're like, oh man, I can't wait to go to work, because I can promise you I'm not there. But anyway, the main gist of what I do, I'll give you guys a semi, I guess, description of the positions. A feeder is the job that I hate the most. I hate this job with a passion, and honestly, when I get it, I'm ready to like quit, because I just don't enjoy it, and I think it's probably the worst position in my opinion. Granted, people would say that I'm just being retarded, but you're probably correct in that standpoint. And feeding, basically, when stuff comes off the die cutter, which is the die cutter is this giant, like, scissored machine, more or less. Like, basically, it takes the formulation of how the boxes should look, and it basically comes down, stamps them, and then pushes them out. Not really that hard to understand. I mean, it's kind of like when you're making cookies, you know, you have the cookie dough, which is on there, and then you have the stencils, and you just kind of slap it. Same concept. It works pretty much the exact same. And then it pushes it out onto this giant pallet. A pallet usually upholds anywhere between 6 to 9 actual stacks. The stacks, I don't know how much are in a stack. It just depends on the, you know, durability or the construction of the cardboard. And they're usually, to be honest with you guys, they're usually about 5 feet tall. I mean, they're pretty fucking tall. And anyway, what you do is you basically, when you're feeding, you just take that stuff off the top, like out of the stacks, and you just put it into like a magazine, more or less, and it shoots it down range, does all the gluing, folds the specific pieces and all this. And that's about it. So, for example, if you have an Xbox box, you know, if you were to take it apart and you weren't just to rip it, basically when it's completely flat, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like when it comes out of the die cutter, well, when it's finished, when it's all the way at the very end where the packer takes it, you know, it's kind of folded it downward. So, like, there's the top of it, and then if you were to flip it over, there's the bottom half of it. You know, both sides have the print and all that kind of stuff on it, and that's just kind of how that works out. Now, the packing is actually a little bit more fun, I guess, to me. I don't know exactly why, because I know a lot of people bitch about this all the fucking time. But there's medical boxes, we do Gatorade, we do all kind of other freaking things that I don't really care about. Cars suck. Like, we get these, like, little car formulations, and they want us to, like, fold them and all this. Nobody likes doing them because they're really hard to pack, because they go in there really weird, and you'll get these, like, kind of, like, card boxes. Those suck a lot, too. I really don't enjoy those. Those definitely are one thing that, you know, if you get in a job like this, you definitely want to make sure you call in sick on those, because they frustrate the shit out of you, let's put it that way. And finishing, all you really do is you just take the stuff out of the conveyor belt, you pick it up real quick, and then you just stick it on into the box. And a box usually holds anywhere between 125 to 250 individual packages. Nothing too crazy, but that's pretty standard. And sometimes you'll be lucky and you'll get hand packing, which is basically when you take the stuff off of the I'm trying to think of the word to use, but a pallet, there we go. Take it off the pallet, you just weigh it, and usually a weight will equal a centralized amount, and then you just kind of take it from there, you put it in the box. You're kind of packing, but you're doing a lot more. But packing, hand packing wise, is a lot of fun, and I don't know. But a job like this is usually pretty difficult for many people, considering that it's super hot in there, and you would think by me having third shift, which is 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. for, well, I guess everyone can look at that and go, dude, that sucks balls. But it's basically night shift, and I'm pretty exhausted by then. That's why when I get home, you guys usually see your guys' videos being produced, and by the time they're uploaded, I promise you guys, I have been well long asleep by then. But the main gist of it is that's just kind of how the cookie crumbles. Everything works in one formulation, everything kind of just comes together, and it's an operation. But at what point do you really enjoy something like this? Well, I mean, again, I told you guys work is never fun. But anyway, I guess that's really about it. I mean, you do have other centralized positions that I could talk about, but I mean, I never really work them. The 145 is basically what I told you guys about die cutting and stuff like that. And I mean, you obviously have other positions, as I've told you guys here recently. You have the hand packing position, which I absolutely love. You can actually label, which I actually think that's a lot of fun. I mean, you guys would probably look at it and go, dude, you label like 1.5 thousand boxes at a time? Well, how is that fun? Well, I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm kind of in my moment of peace. Like, I can actually sit here and just kind of do what I'm supposed to do, and I don't really have to be doing a whole lot. I'm not really getting worked up about anything. There's definitely no stress or anything that comes with labeling boxes. But the positions that I usually tend to like a little bit more are ones that, one, I at least have somebody to talk to, or two, it's something where I can kind of sit there and kind of digress. I can think about what I want to make for the next video. I can kind of get an idea of how the formulation of kind of my YouTube channel can continue to go onward, and how to entertain you guys, or what I need to do for paying bills and taxes and all that other stuff. And maybe that sounds a little crazy to be thinking about that kind of stuff. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little crazy inside. But as you guys would suggest, the end of the commentary is coming to a close, which is unfortunate, but I pretty much got my point across. I know some of you guys wanted to know about my place of origin that I'm currently working at, and to a certain degree I like it, but I'm going to be honest with you guys, I pretty much dislike it pretty much every day I wake up. And I guess that's just how work works. If work was awesome, again, we would probably have to do something about that, because I imagine it wouldn't stay awesome for too long. But anyway, guys, this is coming to an end of the commentary. I'll see you guys in the next installment. This is NMO. I'll be signing off a little early, guys. Peace.